Adventure time with the Transit Prodigy.
Oh, nice. You should never ever see Dahlia or Golden Touch because they always get mad.
Didn't I call it? I said the next one would be a Prevost.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, sure, just...
Actually, I want to get the bus number real quick. I'll be right there.
You're good.
It's an express bus. This one.
I'm aware.
Where you going?
Rego Park.
Rego Park?
Yeah. I'm aware. I wanted this bus.
Oh.
All right.
What?
I'm just kidding. A ghost got on the bus.
Yo, you funny as hell. I thought something really funny happened. You a whole joke.
It was like a ghost got on because like the door opened but nobody got on.
I doubt it, but this might be one of those buses where it's like super quiet and very few people get in. Because usually when I'm on the express bus, it's like a few people get on within like the first 3 to 5 stops.
Yeah.
Outside the origin, that is. And then, yeah, the rest is history after that.
I've taken the Sim 8 before. That one gets pretty crowded, actually.
I love the Sim 8. The Sim 8X is the best, hands down. Just only 7 stops. You cannot beat that.
I've taken it once, back in 2020. One time I was on the Sim 8 back in November. I actually confronted a passenger on board for watching a football game at loud volume while I was going to try to videotape. I actually told him, can you please turn that down or move? And he actually listened. I was in the back of the bus, and then he was like, I think just one seat in front of me, and I heard his audio. I actually confronted him about it.
Ooh, that reminds me. I have one coming out on April 17th of the Sim 17. I mean the Sim 18. Wow. Well, the Sim 8, the actual 8, not the 8X.
Yeah, the local
just-
8.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're not recording though.
I'm waiting till the last pickup stop to record.
Oh, you wanna do? Oh, Nick.
I usually get the inner burrow part.
How are you?
That explains how you work your videos. Now I have a full depth as to how you go about it.
It varies all the time by the routing and stuff. Sometimes I've done full routing, but it also varies on my camera.
What does it depend on? Memory space and everything?
Yeah, and battery
Okay.
power. I have like 300 files right now on my phone
Yeesh.
from as far back as December.
And you still hold up. Videos you haven't processed or just
Some of
stuff in
them.
general?
Some videos I haven't processed, not all.
Okay.
I got all the a lot of other stuff from January off my phone, and they're on my computer right now.
Yeah. I already did the plane videos earlier. Like I did those like yesterday and then this afternoon. It was so slow at work. I asked my boss if I could take a 1 hour break, and that gave me enough time to finish it. And then while the video was processing, it was finished, and then I opened up a new project. I gave it its own segment, pretty much,
Wow.
and I managed to get that done before I got out the door. I finished processing before I hit the tunnel in Manhattan. That's what it was.
Ah,
So I got 2 projects I can upload. The second one was, well, actually I had 3. The one where we was in the where we was at Terminal B parking deck together, and then there's Plainview Park. If you train your eyes on certain dark aircrafts, you could see them running across the runway.
huh.
Like I was like this, like
Wow.
going like this, and then if I saw like the most glint of light, I'm like, okay, I see it. I just want my audience to see it, but it's 1080 pixels by 60 frames, so they should be able to see it. It's not exactly 4K, but we'll get there when I get better equipment. And then I also have my Sim 8X from like a few years ago, like before COVID started, and it was
I took it like right after the lockdown. It was on June 12th.
Oh my gosh. It got 47 likes.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
47. It was 3 years ago, and it's had over 3,400 views.
Oh wow.
So basically, like, if you divide that by 3, that's a little over 1,000 views a year.
Cool. Next stop, 6th
Well,
Avenue, West 43rd Street.
This will be the 4th year, so if it can make it to 4,000 before then, I'll be happy with that. I like Bryant Park.
Yeah, it's a very nice area.
I want to use the ping pong tables. That's what I really want to use.
Which ones?
The ping pong tables.
Uh,
You play ping pong, do you?
I sort of,
Are you good at it?
kind of right at it.
I haven't played in years. I ain't gonna lie.
I like bowling most of the time, but I don't get to do it that much.
Ooh, we should go bowling together one day. I am down for that. Alright, what's your favorite bus route from each borough?
Oh, goodness, that's hard.
Well, so, okay, if it makes it easier, separate the express from the locals and separate the limiteds as well.
Okay,
So you got 3
one of my
options from
favorite
each
limiteds
borough.
in Brooklyn is the B103. For a local, I could probably say, I guess the ones that I rely on the most, the B62 and the B43.
Mm-hmm.
The B38 is also pretty good. I also like the B68. For Queens, I can say the Q30.
And these are all
Also-
locals, right?
And the Q32. And also the Q... I don't take the Q35 that much, but I enjoy that one too. That was a speed machine.
Mm-hmm.
The Q50 is also a speed machine as well. It's also pretty good.
Do you think that was more so like timing based because it was a speed machine?
Well, like not just that, but like how far some of the stops are and stuff, and like how fast they move. The 35 is actually limited in Brooklyn till Avenue U, and then the stops get very spaced apart as it goes down the Marine Parkway, and you're literally on a highway when you're going at that part.
You really can't go wrong with the limiteds, though.
And the Q50 is kind of like that too, as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes actually gets onto the Whitestone Expressway and then gets back off at 20th Avenue to make its last stop before getting on the bridge. And it skips 14th Avenue, apparently. I used to take that bus back in 2018 to get to College Point, and I actually remember that it used to do that sometimes.
That's another series I'm gonna do after I finish all the express runs. I'm gonna film all the limiteds.
The Q88 is also pretty decent, and the Q46 is also alright. The Q60 I also take quite a lot.
Now for Brooklyn. Wait, my fault, for Bronx.
The Bronx, personally I think maybe I used to love riding the BX15, but they cut it back though. But I have not yet checked out the M125. The BX29 is pretty good.
What?
The BX29.
Okay. I know I'm
does get stuck in traffic sometimes. The BX12 SBS is convenient, but that bus gets so packed. It's the busiest bus route in the city.
And which one is it?
The BX12 Select bus, not the local one. The local one is just average.
Yeah, everybody's like trying to hop, skip stops and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it does run it. It almost does move in like the speed of a highway because it takes Pelham Parkway. What can I say? The BX6. In some ways, both of them.
Both limited and local?
Well, yeah, both the Select and the local.
Now for Staten Island.
I barely ride Staten Island buses, local ones, but I've usually been on the S79. It's been pretty good.
To be fair, I don't have a favorite local, but I can tell you my favorite express for each borough.
Okay.
For Brooklyn, it's the... For Brooklyn, I like the... It's hard to choose.
They'll have different variations. What I do like about the BM1 through 4 is that they skip Houston Street. They actually go nonstop on the FDR. Even the off-peak trips do it.
I want to say the BM either 4 or 5. I haven't really decided.
I heard the BM5 is like a Crooklyn route because it has a couple Queen stops.
That's why I like it.
But also,
you know, BM5.
Mm-hmm. That's the one of those 5 that doesn't really have a change in its path. If it's off-peak or peak, it remains the same.
Exactly.
I've never taken the downtown only BM1 through 4s, but I've taken the Midtown onlys and the both Midtown and downtown.
The BXM8 is my favorite favorite Bronx route. Queens is... Which stop is that? 6th Avenue, 6th and 51st?
This stop, 6th Avenue, West 51st Street. I'll do that voice if you'd like to help.
I'm writing notes, so I'm good.
I was like mimicking the Joanne voice that they use in Moynihan Train Hall, and also on the MBTA light rails.
For Queens, I'm gonna have to say my favorite route is the What's that one that goes to Jacob Reese Park? Is it QM16?
That's either that one or the QM17.
No, that's the That's the QM16. That's my favorite in Queens.
I haven't taken that one yet, but maybe this summer if we JFK plate spotting, that might be a good idea.
Oh, I definitely plan on doing that.
But we probably have to take the first one.
And Sim 8X is my favorite Staten Island Express bus.
The Sim 4C is one of my top favorites for off-peak.
Sim 4C?
Yeah, for off-peak service.
Because it starts at Central Park.
Yeah, and it also takes Madison, and also that it runs both directions.
Oh, definitely. You can't go wrong
Well, the
with
old
that.
well, the old X17C though on weekdays was awful. I mean, the last bus was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they left you stranded if you missed it.
But the good thing about it is it runs kind of 24/7, much like the Sim 1C.
Yeah. Well, then when they
So you're not really
redesigned the
stranded.
network, then they brought in the they brought some service till 7 p.m. at least.
I'm surprised the Sim 1C didn't get cut back, considering that bus is seen as 24 hours.
Well, that bus kind of just remains the same. I mean, the Sim 1, Sim 10, and Sim 7 are the peak Sim 1Cs. They split the areas. They actually took more Manhattan stops away than Staten Island stops for some routes.
Good, because
The
we
Staten
already
Island
have
stops
enough
kind of remain
Manhattan
the same.
stops.
Yeah. So there's like no stops, I think, between 23rd and 14th.
I'm actually
So
not mad at that, so I'm cool with that.
I've been on the Sim 7 once. It actually goes pretty fast when it takes the West Side Highway. And then when you get through the Brooklyn Valley Tunnel, it takes the HOV lanes, so you get to...
Oh yeah, I
pretty quick
love
ride.
the HOV lanes.
Yeah, they're really good.
That is, that's the clutchest thing you can grab.
But however, though, you can get in trouble, though, if you use it in the wrong way. Like, if
Yeah, I see
Like-
it. Like, if you're merging from it, then fines are double.
people sometimes have done really silly but rule-breaking ways to do it. They put, like, a dummy or a doll or something in the seat next to them, and they drive in the HOV lane to make it look like they have a passenger in their car, but there really isn't.
I mean,
The
if they
cops
don't
have
get,
to pull them over for that.
they really think they can outdo the cops. They funny as heck.
It's not a felony to do that, but they do charge you a lot for that.
It's not recommended that you do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's cheating. I mean, it's there for a reason. Buses, even if they're empty, can still use it. But they don't let trucks in it, though. Except for
You know what's
emergency
better than an
vehicles.
HOV lane?
What?
The XBL for New Jersey Transit. And then you got some of the MTA buses that run on it as well.
Oh, the New Jersey Turnpike?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one's pretty good, too. You know, that one does get backed up.
The XBL is, it's boss. Like, it's literally boss first thing in the morning. You cannot go wrong with the XBL. And unlike the HOV, which really isn't fair, but at the same time, that's just how it is. You get to see inner city buses like Megabus, Peter Pan, Greyhound, Coach USA.
And even some private charters, too.
Yeah.
The only private charter I've taken, I think, is Omega Express.
There's that. There's Yankee.
Some charters you should never take. Dahlia, Golden Touch, because they get into accidents, like, all the time.
That's not really fair to say. It's more like they have the highest rates for accidents, but it's not necessarily like that'll happen every time.
I remember back in 2017 in Flushing, a Q20 bus got hit by a Dahlia bus in Flushing. It was making a turn, and the traffic light surveillance camera caught a Dahlia bus speeding at 60 miles per hour and actually knocked that bus. It flipped it around, and I think the driver of that Dahlia bus, although was killed, but as well as a couple other people too.
That's the Golden Touch bus fault, right?
That was a Dahlia bus that hit that bus in Flushing.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
back in 2017.
So that's a Dahlia bus fault then.
Yeah, bus 7430 got hit by a Dahlia bus.
So did it get scrapped or was it repairable?
I don't know what happened to that bus though, but all I know is that was Casey Stengel XT40. That was back in 2017 when that happened. On September 18th, it was like 5 or 6 in the morning. The traffic light had a camera on it that caught that on video, and they put that all over the news.
Look at those Prevost.
Oh yeah, this is like a heaven area here. Like, I go through here all the time.
This is a spot I gotta film like during the morning or rush hour.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun actually. I've even just sometimes have been fancied about the 2 bus routes that run here that are local. Okay, around the next stop, I'm gonna start taping, so I'm not gonna talk. for about 40 minutes.
I gotta think about it. Didn't you do the same thing where we rode the BM1 that day?
Which one?
The BM1?
I think so.
It was not this year,
That,
but last year around Christmas time.
2021 on December 3rd, yeah. Collab take in the front.
I gotta, what's what I'm looking for? Fudge. I gotta look back at that video and see how it did, because I really forgot about it. I just need the BM2 and the BM3. That's it. And I'm done with that series.
It also varies by which one you want. If you want it to be the peak from Midtown, peak from downtown, or the off-peak.
What's the difference?
Well, the off-peak does Midtown and downtown. It gets onto the FDR, but then it gets off at City Hall.
Ooh, Sim 8.
Of Sim 8X, yeah. The off-peak ones are non-rush hour, but they don't run after their rush hour. I mean, well, the off-peaks, they run on like the mornings and afternoons on weekdays, and they run on, and all Saturday trips are off-peak. They make their stops to 23rd. They get on the FDR, but then they get off at City Hall, and then they make their downtown stops until then they get into the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Sometimes, though, Manhattan-bound off-peak trips still do the peak route if nobody's getting off in downtown, and they'll just get right on the FDR after they get to Manhattan. But not all, though. It depends. Sometimes bus drivers ask you what stop you're getting off at for certain reasons, because maybe if there's certain stops that nobody's going to, sometimes they'll just go right to them.
Garage.
Yeah, like one time I took the QM5 to college, and it went nonstop all the way to Springfield because, like, there was like me and one other passenger on board getting off at Springfield, so it skipped all the stops in between.
I don't recall, but one of my bus rides, I had very little stops along Madison Avenue, and that was a great feeling. I forgot what route it was.
If you do take the QM5 or the QM6 early in the morning on a weekday, they're not going to take the Queensboro Bridge. They go right to the tunnel because the Queensbound lanes get closed in the morning for Manhattan-bound traffic from like 6 to 10 a.m. There actually is a QM6 that runs to Queens at like 8:30 in the morning. I've once taken it before, but it is pretty busy then because there's a lot of travelers.
Look at all these buses.
Yeah, this is a busy street here. I see this all the time. I do walk around here. Weekdays are always the busiest time, but then Sundays, you don't have much.
Sim 11.
That was a new route they added in 2019. Some of the routes take Lexington and not 5th because of certain congestion reasons. Okay, I'm gonna start taping. So I'm not going to really talk for a while.
Next stop, Woodhaven Boulevard and Booth Street.
a dog, right?
I have no idea what that was. It sounded almost like a Mario thing.
It's the Bishop Piper. Sound like them chain chops.
Starting route to Lafrac City.
We're just transit enthusiasts. We're just transit enthusiasts. Documenting the journey.
What do you do? What do you do?
We're filming the journey.
We film our journeys. We film our journeys.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
And then what do you do with them?
Upload them to YouTube.
And then
Wait for the audience to pop up.
do you sell it?
Nah.
This stop is Woodhaven Boulevard and Boone Street. Next stop, 63rd Road and Queens Boulevard. Transfers available to the M&R trains, Q38 and Q60. Stop requested. This stop is 63rd Road and Queens Boulevard.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I had to stop my camera.
Battery was draining.
Next stop, 63rd Road and 98th Place.
Because we already know you got a few clips to edit.
This stop is 63rd Road and 98th Place. Next stop, 63rd Road and 102nd Street. Stop requested. This stop is 63rd Road and 102nd Street. Next stop, 108th Street and 63rd Road.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
Stop requested. This stop is 108th Street and 63rd Road.
Eight stops so far. Stop requested. Next stop, 108th Street and 62nd Drive. This stop is 108th Street and 62nd Drive.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
requested. Next stop, Horace Harding Expressway, West Side Avenue. This stop is Horace Harding Expressway and West Side Avenue. Next stop, 99th Street and 60th Avenue. This stop is 99th Street and 60th Avenue. Next stop, 57th Avenue and 99th Street.
Thank you.
Stop requested. This stop is 57th Avenue and 99th Street. 57th Avenue and 98th Street. This stop is 57th Avenue and 98th Street.
Well,
Crap.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
That was a good ride. All right, for those who watched today's video, I sincerely thank you for watching. If you have not, please turn the bell on. Subscribe if you're new. And welcome to the Transit Tribe. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you can, please donate. Every bit will help the growth of my YouTube channel. Stay warm, stay cool, stay dry, drink plenty of water,
Stay safe. If you see something, say something, even if it's somebody you don't like. Every life matters. Stay blessed. Once again, I thank you all for watching, and I love you very much. Have a blessed night. And it's time for me to head back to Manhattan so I could go home and put this video together. But you already know that's happening. This is Joshua the Prodigy, and I am signing off. Thank you for watching today's featured video, and please have a blessed day.